Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be talking about the Eifel Grand Prix, or the Nurburgring. That isn't the full Nurburgring, but we'll just glaze over that. Anyway, the Eifel Grand Prix at the Nurburgring, not Nurburgring. Anyway, interesting. It was kind of a race that stuff could have happened, but kind of never did. We've had a few of those this season. I don't hate it though. I think it was an okay race, not too bad. Definitely worth tuning in for, but yeah, not as exciting as some of the ones we've seen even this season. So anyway, let's get into it. Obviously, the Mercedes looked absolutely dominant again, as they do this season. The Red Bulls, well, I say the Red Bulls. Max Verstappen looked like he could have put a kind of spanner in the works there with the Mercedes, but unfortunately it never really came off. Exciting though that Bottas was at the front at the start, so obviously he got away. He looked like he had really good pace as well, to be honest. So Hamilton was obviously following, but then I don't know whether it's pressure or what it is with Bottas, because he had great pace, but then obviously made the mistake into turn one. It's really not a place you want to make a mistake into, because it costs you so much on the exit of the corner. And Hamilton obviously capitalised. There was a little bit of a tussle. Bottas put up a good fight. And let's not forget as well that Bottas did actually overtake Hamilton into turn one, and that Hamilton pushed him wide, and Bottas did stay in front. So he was definitely giving it his all. But unfortunately, I think when it comes down to it, Bottas just hasn't got anything for Hamilton. Which is a real shame. And we all, well, I don't know if everyone thought it, but from what we'd seen throughout the limited weekend we've had, Verstappen looked like he was on the pace at least for qualifying. And normally when the Red Bull is on, nearly on the pace for qualifying, then they're got great race pace. Basically, that's what we've seen so far. But unfortunately, Verstappen, although he just was in nipping distance, he just couldn't quite put the pressure on Hamilton. And I think if it was Bottas, well, he overtook Bottas anyway. But I think if it was Bottas with an unflat spotted car, I think he would still got in front of him. But that's just how good Hamilton is. And it's not great for the fans, because he's just so good and the car is so good. But you've got to give him credit. You've got to give him credit. He's an incredible driver. And then we go a little bit further down the field to Max Verstappen, to Daniel Ricciardo. Absolutely amazing performance from him. That Renault is really coming alive at the minute, and that is brilliant to see. It's a shame he's going to be going to McLaren at the minute, because it looks like Renault, next to be Alpine, as it will, are on the rise. But that will be fascinating to see how Alonso does in that car, as it's pretty much going to be the same car as this year, and it looks pretty good. So yeah, then we move on to the racing points. Perez fourth. Yeah, very good from him. Obviously there's a slight bit of attrition there, but still a great performance from him. Hulkenberg as well, starting absolutely last and coming 8th place. I mean, that is, yeah, he jumped in the car on Saturday. He didn't do any practicing. He didn't do any he did qualifying, but yeah, he didn't do any practicing at all. And the track conditions were kind of not nice, and yeah, he jumped in that car and he managed to get it from 20th to 8th. So I mean, yeah, that's got to be a round of applause for him. The Ferraris, Leclerc, I mean, I think he managed to hold on to 7th, didn't he? Yeah. He managed to hold on to 7th in the end. which, considering the roadblock he was at the start of the race, you would not believe that he'd managed to hold on to 7th, because everyone was trying to go past him. Not the best track for overtaking, but he drove the race. And considering this is what I'm moving on to, is the fact that he's against a 4-time world champion, and he's absolutely making him look like a rookie, basically. And it's incredible to see, because there's something that Charles Leclerc is doing with that car that Vettel simply can't do. And it's very good to see. It's really unfortunate that Charles is in such an awful car at the minute, because that Ferrari is clearly a terrible car. Because I think everyone would love to see him in the mix with at the front as well, with the Verstappens and the Hamiltons, like we would with a lot of other drivers as well. But unfortunately, he's just not got the equipment at the minute. Going down the field, there's not really much else to talk about. I mean, it was an incredible race through the midfield, but unfortunately, it's not for the win, so people don't sort of get excited about it. I can include myself in that, I would say. But overall, yeah, decent race, not the best, but yeah, decent. So yeah, anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.